So unfortunately, for the first couple minutes of this episode, you're going to be listening to a very aggravated person, as I'm currently having to re-record this intro due to audio errors. The bottom line is, of course, we have just won our second consecutive President's Trophy, and now it is time to find out if that trophy is still cursed. As you get a look at the stats for our team at the moment, things are looking very good. Of course, the big question is, what can Sloan and Doyle do for us? Obviously, having Kajula and Robert Karlsson would have been better, but with our top guys, you would hope that they could get it done. Same story defensively. We have two defensemen that had over 50 points. A third in Aaron Ekblad, who definitely would have put up more than 50 points had he been healthy for the entire season. The big question is Pietrangelo, if we need him, that is. Obviously, we have to go with Plant, who has high elite potential and could turn into a franchise-level defenseman. And the other big question, of course, Thatcher Demko, only a .915 save percentage. We did pick up Nyquist again. He has been solid for us. He was solid for the Panthers, obviously, as you see by Mihalik's save percentage. A good choice to move on from him, but we just have to hope that Demko can be the goalie we all know he can be. We'll, of course, take a look at the Avalanche lineup. Now, I was originally going to show this view and the total stats, but because of the error, I'll just show you their current lineup. It is a pretty strong team with Rantanen and McKinnon up top with Matthias Janmark. They have Kiviranta. I'm going to call him Rihanna. Hopefully he doesn't score too much against us. Duchesne and Landeskog is still there. Our old friend Alexei Sarela is with Nevins and Askew. And then they have Bozon, Brown, and Busenius, a former first-round pick of ours, on the fourth line. Defensively, aside from that top pairing, which is a pretty impressive top pairing, Zadorov and Hedman, we absolutely have the advantage. They have 84 overall Graves, 82 overall Davidson, and then 82 overall Hayden, and 81 overall Chevrier. So as we get into simming the start of this episode, as you saw, there was a little bit of a glitch there, and that had to do with the recording process. And at the moment, as Danton Heinen scores, you can probably tell I am just delaying until I can go live again right about now. Even in shots, and that sets up this third period. So far, Jesus Christ, Hall gets the goal. I was about to say, so far so good from Demko, and I figured I jinxed it. We can't get the goal on the power play, but that's nice to see Hall get that goal out of the way. 8 minutes to go. We're still up 2-0. 28 saves for Thatcher Demko so far. A late power play. Can we get the goal? We can't. Yes, we can. Holy Mata, Jesus Christ. That had to have been multiple penalties or something. A major? I don't even know. It was an empty net goal too, but Oli Mata gets the goal. Thatcher Demko with a 29 save shutout. And we take game one. Actually, Demko made 19 saves. Why did Demko make 19 saves? Regardless, we win game one 3-1, and Thatcher Demko's hurt. It's not for too long. It's for, what, a week at this point? But that is concerning. Oh, by the way, Justina's a 94, so even better. But Thatcher Demko is out, and I am going to call up Koivisto rather than Mihalik, because as I said, I'm pretty sure the Utica Comets are heading into the playoffs, and they are going to need their starting goalie. Our starting goalie is out, and again, thank God we found a backup, because Mihalik certainly wasn't going to be able to get the job done. But we now have Torsten Nyquist, and things are looking good. Do they even have a backup goalie in Utica? They do. They have Svoboda, and that is taken care of. So an interesting game one. We take it 3-0 and lose Thatcher Demko. Let's move on now to game two after we take care of this player morale. I'm so glad it decided to, bring it to my attention that Koivisto was nervous about the call-up. I'd be nervous too if I had to sit on the bench for a playoff game. I'd be pretty nervous too. Game two against the Avs. Let's do this. The Comets all but sealing their playoff spot if they win their game. But we're focused on the main team here, and the Canucks are going to go up 2-0. I'm calling my shot. First period, let's see what happens if the A button wants to register, and it's a goal apiece. It's Yasina and Matthias Janmark. I don't know if I'll put that in there every time Yasina scores a goal, but I had to do it at least once. Second period against the Avs, and it's Jonathan Drouin with the goal. and we're up 2-1 heading into the third period. Let's do this. Can Torsten Nyquist shut the door? We have a power play. Can we get the goal? We can't. And Matt Duchene does, though. Shit, that's not good. 2-2 here as we enter the fucking final stretch here. I just remembered, too, I forgot to look up the penalty at the end of the last game. I was a bit distracted by Demko being injured. Are we going to overtime, or will there be a late winner? And for the first time in this postseason, we're going to overtime. Impressive performance by Spencer Martin. 35 of 37 saves here as we head in to overtime. Come on, boys. DeRocher, Hall, Matthew. Wow. Wow, man. All right, that works. Just sitting here trying to name names, and Hall, just ask and you shall receive, I guess. Holy shit. Torsten Nyquist gets the first star. Hall gets the game-winning goal in overtime, and the Vancouver Canucks are now up 2-0 in this series as it shifts back to Colorado. Do we get Demko back? We don't. We actually get an injury to a player in Utica, and we do get Thatcher Demko back. So that is good. Glad to see he has returned. And I'm also glad to see that Torsten Nyquist could hold things down and get us a win in his absence. Needless to say, Demko needs to rise to the occasion. And man, what do? Do we play an injured Demko? I'm going to go with Nyquist. If Demko's hurt, we got to go with Nyquist. At the very least, we had to make sure he wasn't scratched, because that would kill the morale, and we don't need his value going down before we can trade him at the draft. But here we go, Game 3. Let's see what happens here. First period, we are scoreless. We also get outshot. Doesn't matter though. Second period, and there's the goal. Hall. Holy crap, man. This guy could be something else for us. Who's Steven Stamkos? I don't even know who that is anymore. It's all about Hall. Third period, let's do this. Still 1-0. Nyquist with a very impressive performance thus far. I hope I didn't jinx it, but we really should be getting more than... Jesus Christ. As I was going to say, we really should be getting more than one goal, and Hall delivers again. Like, I know I shouldn't be surprised that a 92 overall forward is performing this way, but come on now. How many times have we seen great players in this game just do nothing in the playoffs? 2 goals for Hall, a 24-save shutout for Torsten Nyquist. Needless to say, that was the right decision, and the Vancouver Canucks are now up 3-0. 3-0 in this series. Unfortunately, who was it? Pietrangelo there, losing further morale, so that is disappointing. We will stop the simulation as the Utica Comets are playing the St. John's Ice Caps in the first round of the Calder Cup playoffs. Our question, or our decision now, is do we roll with Thatcher Demko? And I think we have to. We got to roll with Demko here. I mean, in his one game, he played really well. He didn't get scored on up until the point where he was injured, but obviously Torsten Nyquist has been an absolute beast for us so far, but I'd like to think that we're good. Have we blown a 3-0 lead before? Yes, we have, but with the offense rolling the way it is right now, and needless to say, if Demko struggles, we can put Torsten Nyquist back in. This series is all but over. At this point, it's just a matter of when, not if. So hopefully it's now. Game 4 against the Avalanche. Can we sweep the Colorado Avalanche? I certainly hope so. First period, let's see what happens, and it's Esa Yoensu. He gets the opening goal. We outshoot them 17-7 in the first period, and things are looking good. That could easily change, though, here. Second period, and no, it's not changing. I won't make the Yasina joke again. That would certainly get old very quick. DeRocher with the other goal. 3-0 heading into the third period, and we can coast to victory here. Just like last year, a dominant performance in the first round. We didn't sweep the Wild, from what I remember, but we are going to sweep the Colorado Avalanche, barring a miracle, and there's no miracle to be found. Danton Heinen makes it 4-0. Look at the shots. We more than double them up in shots, or they caught up at the end. God damn it. Just had to make a liar out of me, EA, didn't you? But it doesn't matter. I called the shots, and we succeed. It is 4-0 in Game 4, and we sweep the Colorado Avalanche. Thatcher Demko comes back from injury with a 25-save shutout, and the Vancouver Canucks are moving on to the next round, but we're moving on to the next round without Wade Savage. So moving forward, the man getting the call-up is Dmitry Korolev. He was an 81 overall. He has dropped to an 80. Doyle, Hendry, Schneider, Backlund, Korolev, and Sloan. Defensively, things remain the same, as do the goaltending. But down in Utica, we have gone with best lines to get the playoff success. And I say that because we sent down Pietrangelo. It's a risk. But he's still at an 81 overall. Hopefully, with the playing time, he bounces back. But regardless, at this point, I think he's just too far gone. I'd really kind of banked on the morale not dropping that quick. And we also sent Koivisto back down. Needless to say, even without Wade Savage, I am extremely confident in this team. 3 shutouts. Now, Colorado had a pretty good team with McKinnon, Rantanen. They had proven goal scorers, and we shut them out in 3 out of 4 games. Perhaps our most dominant series. Actually, you know what? For sure, our most dominant playoff series in this GM mode series to date, and probably period. I doubt we will have a more dominant performance than that, obviously. But moving forward, in the second round, it is our divisional rival, the Calgary Flames. It took them 7 games to reach the second round, and unfortunately for them, they have to square off against Hall and the Vancouver Canucks. It is absolutely Hall's team. Danton Heinen with 5 points as well. Unbelievable start to the playoffs. In the next episode, of course, we will take a look at what the Calgary Flames have to offer. I gotta admit, I am pretty happy it's not the Arizona Coyotes again in round 2. But guys, that'll do it for this episode. Of course, if you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like, subscribe for more, and to continue following the series, and make sure to spread the word. And I will see you guys in round 2 as we take on the Calgary Flames.